Millennials, what was the most middle-aged thing you caught yourself saying recently? While at Home Depot, oh yeah, that's some good lumber. Wow, check out Mr. Moneybags here, buying lumber at these prices. They just don't make them like they used to them being good wood dressers. Dude, hardwood furniture is like $1 gazillion, and shitty pressboard furniture is cheap shit and also too expensive. I got a plastic folding table and put a tablecloth over it. Oh well lol. Calling a 21-year-old guy a kid. I was so annoyed in my 20s when people treated me like a child. Now I'm 31, hired an intern, aka fully grown 20-year-old man. I find myself saying, he was a nice boy, neutral face. Started calling my co-workers kiddo, they're 19, I'm 30, realized I'm too old for this job. In a conversation with a friend, I managed to find a really good knife block recently. Our knife block was recently lost in a fire, so could use nice block links. Edit, holy crap, I did not expect this many responses. Fire was not major, slow cooker caught fire while empty, and the side of the knife block, wood, caught. Minimal damage. Also, there were a lot of great knife block suggestions, so thanks, strangers. My housemate, you want a drink? Me, nah, man. I haven't had a drink in 6 months maybe? More? My housemate, you stopped drinking? Me, I'm not sober or anything, it's just that alcohol makes me sleepy. I had my bachelor party in Vegas recently. I went to bed because I was tired, not because I was sloppy drunk like every other time I went to Vegas. FML, I'm old now. I told this to my doctor recently. I never get drunk anymore because it's physically impossible. Halfway through my second beer I'll doze off on the couch. Had a riveting conversation with some friends about the best office chairs for lumbar support. What was your conclusion? My knees hurt. My knees hurt, my elbow hurts, I get up at 4 AM to go to a job that doesn't pay me enough, I got bills that cost too high, I got a mortgage to pay off. But on pretzel day? I like pretzel day. No, I'm okay. It just takes my back a little while to loosen up in the morning. I'm going to pass on some wisdom from 50. Exercise your core. I had a bad back for decades. If I'd start doing crunches, the pain would go away and I was more limber. The best shape I was in was at 45. I ended up in brain rehab for 4 months. Since they can't really do anything for the brain but test if you're getting better, I spent my mornings in a balance class and core class. That one. 5 hours 4 days a week was the best thing to ever happen. 5 years later I've lost most of the gains, but when things feel bad I start to exercise my core. Use it or lose it. Being stiff and sore at any age sucks. It doesn't take long to do some crunches once a day before getting out of bed, but the results are amazing. And, invest in massages. I spent thousands in a couple months after years of abusing my body. The difference was worth every penny. I thought my elbows were shot. Nope, mostly upper back tension. I was eating lunch with a co-worker last week and she was bitching about the weird clothes her parents wore in high school. Jinkos, wallet chains like 4 feet long, some other stuff, but as I'm listening to her I realize that she's describing my high school experience, so I ask her, how old are your parents? They're 40, I'm 37, turning 38 in 2 weeks. After I told her that, we both got really quiet and changed the subject. Someone please help me. I'm not ready for this. No longer being the youngest at work, it's a bitch. I'm 38, unmarried, child-free. And it blows my mind I could be the mother of an elder teenager if I had children when I was younger. I just don't see myself as that old yet. I slept wrong and haven't been able to turn my head for 3 days. I slept wrong a week ago and there's still a kink in my neck. 32 and I've done this a few times this year. Kinda thought I had a few years left before this. That classic dad groan when standing up. I like to exaggerate it so it sounds like I'm making a joke rather than actually struggling. 62 here. It hurts rising every single time. But I am still fighting gravity. Go to the gym, cycle, swim and jog so I can still play soccer and ski. But if I didn't exercise, I wouldn't be groaning when getting out of that chair, I'd be stuck in that chair. I am looking forward to going to bed. Out of the shower into untouched fresh sheets. That's the stuff. This has always been me TBH. You want to go out for dinner? Oh no, I can't, I have chicken in the fridge that I have to cook before it goes bad. Lol. This is me now. I paid a small fortune for that chicken and I remembered to take it out of the freezer to thaw. No way in hell am I letting it go to waste. Fuck you, stop hurting my soul. Why do I get up every day and crack like a glow stick without the glow? It's so disappointing. Wife tried to give me tooth fairy duties last week. I had them the previous week and found it really difficult to sneak in and out of the kids' room. Between my bones and the old hardwood floor, it was comparable to trying to eat a bag of chips quietly. I was able to convince her to not force me to do it a second time. Scrolling through my Spotify and constantly asking who the hell are these people? And why do they keep moving buttons around? Everything worked great the way it was. What's this? You want me to use swipes? The fuck are swipes? I can't fix one thing in my house without at least 15 minutes of complaining about the previous owner's handiwork. The older couple that we bought our house from were named Pam and Charles. So whenever we find something crazy we say, damn it, Charles, or goodness gracious, Pam. And we shake our heads at their handiwork. Also, they had that sticker lettering on their walls about family or whatever. So that went like the week we moved on. As I was taking it off, my husband said, do you know how long Pam yelled at Charles about getting those letters perfectly straight? And here you are, just ripping down his masterpiece. The people who owned the houses before our generation haven't spent their lives using YouTube to learn everything. So while they did things completely wrong, at least they were being ingenious, whereas we have immediate access to demonstration of proper technique. At least that's what I tell myself as I'm fixing the 8th place. The last guy used endless paint as a substitute for basically everything you might need to maintain a wall. I saw a few teenagers out in short skirts and light tops and I turned to my partner and said, Jesus, are they not freezing with not a coat between them? I am old edit, for those asking, I am indeed Irish, dubbed but not living there anymore. I saw a mannequin in Target wearing a very short jumper dress and said, out loud, this is so short. Who can wear this comfortably? It wouldn't even pass the fingertip test. My husband laughed at me and just steered me away so we could pay for the new bin I wanted for my compost. I have become that lady and I am ashamed. Are you Irish? The weather's been blue skies but the breeze will cut through you. Right you were. Oh no thank you. I can't have caffeine this late in the day or I'll never get to sleep tonight. My spouse was offering me the last soda from the fridge. It was 1 p.m. +1 on this. For me now the timing doesn't even matter. If I have more than 2 cups I'm up all night. I could finish them by 10 a.m. and it still happens. My wife and her family don't seem to be affected at all by caffeine, so they will have a cup of coffee before bed no problem. Me? 35 and I got a selection of caffeine-free sodas for that evening fix. Anything after 5 and I sleep terribly. I used to talk shit about caffeine-free Diet Cokes and now that's half of the sodas we have. I was venting to a co-worker about these noisy bastards living next to me. I actually said the words, goddamn teenagers and their Bluetooth machines. I stand by my admonition, but man, it was my greatest age leap forward since I embraced the sensible Toyota. I'm only 24 and I also can't fucking stand noisy neighbors. I get it, we all listen to music. But using a speaker system with subwoofers and turning the bass way up so your apartment turns into a mini dance club while you share walls or ceilings with other people is just douchey. I don't want my floor to vibrate. Toyotas can be comfortable too. Why is the music so loud in here? I've been saying that for 15 years. I may physically be a millennial, but I've the soul of old fart. I was saying that when I went to my first bar at 21. Bars aren't for everyone. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.